he's scared.
Well, we got people wandering through here. I'll be brief. I've been to a number of different states. I run a number of different organizations, and I always play a joke on my deputy commissioners or my deputy directors. The first time they meet with me, on a one-on-one, when they're done, I yell at them and I say, tell me what's wrong in your area now, because I'm going to find out. I'm going to be really irritated. And I look at it, every single one of them has said to me, nothing's wrong, everything's great. In comes Iris. I say the same thing on Iris, and she looks at her shoes and she goes, and she spills her guts about everything that's going on.
She's always been a girl.
Every time I think about that, it just makes me smile, and Iris makes me smile because she was great to work with, and it's been terrific. I wish you the best of luck. I got my fishing pole. I got my Mustang convertible. I'm coming to Georgia.
Come on down. Come on down.
Thank you very much. Next, I would like to bring up our very dear friend, because she basically started with Diane Atkins.
I need no applause. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't left for a few days. I want to hear some applause from her. I know this is Iris' party, but the heck with her right now. I'm here. I don't even know why I'm up here. But Iris is my friend, number one. And she certainly was my co-worker, number two. And I used to fuss with her. I said, well, why you gotta tell the commissioner everything? You make the rest of us look bad. We don't tell him the truth. We lie. You know, so no, she got to go and be honest and all that kind of other stuff. But you know, a lot of you don't know that Iris really is a comedian. Yes, you know.
You really got to sit down and talk to her. I don't know. Her life seems to have been a comedy of acts. There are so many things, you know, including the wedding bands and all that other stuff. You got to sit down and talk to her. Now, the biggest thing that I found with her, you know, through all this transition, you know, she decided she was going to go to Georgia and all that other mess. But the thing about, I said mess, y'all didn't say nothing. You know, I don't know why she want to go down there and all that heat. She knows she can't stand it. You know, gonna be inside and all that other business. But there's a show on TV, a reality show called The Hoarders. I'm here to tell you, Iris is a hoarder. Iris got about 9 storage bins. You know, she got extra rooms that she stores stuff. If anybody want a TV, she got it. Dating back to the 60s, because she gave me one. So anything that's old and outdated, she got it. She's trying to wait for it to come back again. Some things made it back, others didn't. But she kept it anyway. But you know, I tell you something. How many of y'all know I retired? Does that mean you're glad? But I tell you something, it was, I can't say this enough, that I don't know what senior staff used to be like before, but I can tell you that since I was there with the commissioner, Iris, Carlos, John, since and Mary Ellen's another one. I want y'all to go to her retirement party too, because she's another comedian. You should hear the dreams that she has. She has some very exciting dreams, and the people that are in those dreams, but well, that's another day. But I tell you that the fun that we had in those senior staff meetings, people outside the office, they used to listen to us and say, what kind of business could they possibly be talking about that they're laughing all the time about? I'm telling you, it was a comedy of, I want to say errors, but it was a comedy act. You know, including me, you know, and the commissioner. We had our own little thing, but, you know, him and Iris seemed to go at it as well. But I tell you, it was a joy and a pleasure to end my career when working with such fabulous people. And I tell you, Iris and I, we get on the phone at night and we go through everything that happened during the day and the week and stuff. And it was wonderful having her as a co-worker. She is a fantastic person. New York is going to be at a loss. Georgia is going to celebrate to get somebody like Iris Jenkins. Thank you.
As y'all can see, I'm not used to this. I might keep it squeaky. At this time, I would like to bring to the forefront a young gentleman, probably met Iris when he was about 2 years old, and she raised him since.
Thank you, thank you. Can you hear me, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? I gotta say I concur with Kevin about the retirements. I was in the office yesterday and somebody showed me about the bathroom and they said, you know what? You remind me of somebody. And I'm like, Gregory Hines? Because, you know, that's what I've been told I look like. And she said, no, Barack Obama. I'm like, Obama? And I said, by the way I'm making all these speeches, I'm starting to feel like him, you know? All these retirement parties are getting heavy, but I couldn't miss this opportunity to come out to celebrate with Iris. She's a great friend of mine. She called me to come back to Mount Vernon and help out. And she was in the pit, and I appreciate it. And she's also such a very open person, you know? She's straight at you. Now, we've been to a lot of retirement parties, and they've been a little professional and tighty-toe, but Iris is a little down home, you know? So you gotta be in a setting where you can get down home, okay? Now, I'm gonna talk about some truth for just 1 minute. You know, those meetings you used to have, Diane, with Iris, I used to hear about it. You know? And she wasn't too happy coming back to the DO. She told me how she was put on the spot and how Kevin let the blood out on the table. You know? They worked her over in the meetings. And the thing was, you and Kevin was 2 seconds from getting beat up when she came back from those meetings. So she come back and say, I'm about tired of these two. She said, your sister is a mess. That Kevin boy, ugh. But the one thing I gotta say I respected about it was, beyond all that, she knew to keep the respect and she didn't let herself go in terms of responding to how she felt. And that was just a tribute to her professionalism, because she even gave me the opportunity to be myself when I came to her sometimes with some issues. I'd come in there, come storming in her office and putting my foot down and expecting her to get on my case, and she'd just say, okay, it's alright, we'll work at it, we'll work on it. And I'd walk out and I'd say to myself, did I just go in there and act up like that? And she let me go, you know, so I learned something from that. You know, I learned that you have to allow your staff the chance to come and vent and just take it. Let them beat up on you sometimes. And that was a great lesson she taught me, and I saw it for myself personally. And even when you're beat up upon, you take it and let it go. And that's what she showed me as a boss. So I appreciate that so much about you, Iris. And I'm certainly going to miss you. You had a major influence on DSS. Diane was known as the Hurricane. You came in and was called the Tornado. You guys, major mark. You know, and it's going to be a loss not having you there, but I appreciate you as a friend, coming to talk to you, looking at you shop online, and staying all night buying all stuff on TV. You'll be able to do that now, 24/7. Just watch your wallet. I'm broke anyway. But I just want to wish you the very best. I want to thank you personally. I want to let you know I love you, we love you, and much success to you, Iris.